Hello, I'm Misty McCully. I am going to give a brief presentation about the research article that I had reviewed. My research article that I chose was titled Future Professionals' Perceptions of Play in Early Childhood Classrooms by Jung and Jin. Um, my presentation is going to detail very briefly how the article was, the participants, the methods, results, the recommendations for future studies, and then an overall what I thought of the article. The research article that I had outlined gathered the perceptions of play in early childhood classrooms from the future professional educators. The article had outlined previous research that was gathered and collected from the two authors of this study, and they detailed each section on how they conducted their research to come up with their conclusions at the very end. Overall, I thought the article did a good job of describing all of these events. The article gathered perceptions from 207 future professional educators in freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior bachelor degree level classes. Um, the perceptions were based on the importance of play in the early childhood classroom setting. There were variations in gender and race that were all included within this study. The two individuals that had conducted the research had formulated a brief survey to gather inclusive information based on the students that were participating in the study. The survey was administered during a small portion of a class period, and it was collected upon completion and finally collectively interpreted in order to get the results that they had got. The study had indicated that as the students had gained insight in various class instruction, their views on the importance of play within that classroom setting had significantly changed throughout the course of their learning. The freshman class was the first class that had been with the lowest perceptions, with results indicating play to be maybe not as important as part of the curriculum. But after that freshman year, the sophomore class had really thought it to be very, very important to incorporate play within the learning curriculum within the study. After that, the juniors kind of dropped off a little more, as well as the senior class had still thought it was maybe a little bit important, but not as important as the standards and other curriculum-based, data-driven goals that can be gained now. And I do apologize, my son is in the room also. Recommendations for future studies. The authors had listed very important factors that they would do for follow-up studies. Some of these included basing off the initial survey and initial group, following the coursework that they do, like starting with the freshmen, following it through all the way their senior year, seeing the coursework that they do take, as well as giving them an additional survey during their senior year as well, then just to see how the classwork that they take and the courses that they take change or develop their perceptions on this play into the classroom setting as they develop throughout their educational career. Like I said earlier, overall, I thought it was a really neat, a really good research article because for me, play is a very important part. My first career I'm a speech language pathologist, and it's very important in that aspect of language to get some of that play. Students learn a lot during play and interacting with other students. So for me, I thought this was going to be a really neat article to read and review. The information in the study was, I thought, completed in a manner that would be very easily duplicated if somebody wanted to try to do it in a different college setting. And I thought that they had done a nice job of preparing this survey. They had consulted with professional educators and gave them the list of questions on their questionnaire to review, modify, and adapt to fit the best wording and to get the most out of their survey. So overall, I do really feel like this was a very interesting article and that it was really well done and a lot of great follow-up um, surveys or uh, research abilities to be completed later on. Thank you.